Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have got the best case scenario news that global players have been waiting for a super long time. If we head over here, the global maintenance has just finished, and we have the info here. All of the Dragon Ball Hero cards are indeed about to release on global. As you guys can see, this is, I think, going to be by far the biggest introduction of new units either game's version has had at one time ever, right? Because this is a combination of units that have released over like the last 4 years on JP that are all coming out simultaneously now here on global. So there is a lot to go over. This is going to be a massive update for global, again, with this ridiculous amount of units that is going to, quite honestly, help a lot of different teams for global Dokkan. So one of the first things I do want to cover is that, like, if we take a look at this Gotenks, right? So this is adult Super Saiyan Gotenks, right? He Dokkan awakens into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks right there. I did double check, and his awakening method has remained the same. 35 of the physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks medals. So a lot of these units are going to awaken the same. Again, I was talking with the homie Garesh, and, like, you know, kind of pointed out that, you know, with these units awakening when they did just recently, like Baby Janemba, Buu Babidi, them coming out now, they don't need to be buffed, right? Like, you know, Super Saiyan 3 adult Gotenks is definitely, well, teen, I guess, but he's definitely worse than Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, right? Because they're brand new awakenings, whereas this guy's like 2.5 years old now at this point, but he's still decent enough that they, you know, don't have to, like, buff him, right? None of these units are worthless. All of them I would consider good. If we go through here, I mean, I could like cherry pick a couple of really good ones. You know, something like this Super Saiyan 3 Zeno Goku might have, like, high near the best value. He is a badly needed, super good defensive unit on the Super Saiyan 3 category team, right? A team that just does not have a lot of defense. This Goku is going to be fantastic because just like Janemba cards, he guards against all attacks. He does get, you know, 80% attack and defense, additional 30% attack, medium chance to stun. He's just a fantastic overall unit. So you're definitely going to want to walk out of here with this guy. Now, I don't quite know what they're going to do with the banner, right? Because, like, if we look at it, right, all of these units are banner cards, except for Beat, who Dokkan awakens into Great Saiyaman 4. That's a free-to-play unit. And then also Ames, who Dokkan awakens into this Ames right here. All of the rest of these guys are all summonable units. So, I mean, are they just going to release this banner right here? As of right now, we don't know the info for that. I would assume this is what global players are going to get right here. But, I mean, if they leave it the same as it was on JP, it's just going to be super difficult to get some of these unfeatured units, man. Because, like, you know, right now, it's a guaranteed featured unit per multi. That's the way it was on JP. And then the featured rate is 7%, and the unfeatured rate is 3%. So it is weighted heavily towards you getting one of these cards. Now, if we go through them, Godley Vegeta family support type unit. He also permanently stacks his defense as well, right? So he is ridiculously good. A very strong unit in every way, right? Then we get the same thing, Zeno Goku. He is a Goku family category support type unit. I actually find the Vegeta a little bit better because he stacks defense, whereas Goku stacks attack. And stacking defense is definitely, I think, a more important mechanic, right? It helps you out more in the long run. But Goku is still ridiculously good for that Goku family team. Sealess is a really interesting card. I don't know. I've found that I have not used him very often lately, but he is good, right? Like, if you look at his pre-transformation, 100% attack and defense, then he does give Artificial Lifeform and Time Traveler category allies, like, you know, 20% buffs. So, you know, if you have, like, a Cell unit on rotation, Sealess is giving him a 40% support type buff. So, Sealess is definitely very good. Once he transforms after 5 turns, he fuses with Ames, then he becomes crazy good, man. Because of the fact that his two parts of his passive multiply into each other. He just has ridiculous attack and defense, and he does also have big bad bosses, and he gives himself ki, so it's easier for him to super attack. So he's just very strong for the transformation boost and time traveler category teams. Really, you know, he'd be a lot better if that transformation boost team had a dedicated support type unit for transformation boost. I think that team just so badly needs it. But Silas is definitely a strong unit. You know, these transformation units are very, very fun, right? So that's always good. Going back, let's see. We also have Great Saiyaman 3. Great Saiyaman 3 is an incredible unit, really. He has a very, very high amount of damage that he can deal with his counterattacks. He is a counterattacking unit. Provided you have a lot of time traveler category allies on the team, which is easy to do on all of his teams, because like pretty much all the Trunkses have the time traveler category, right? So you, on all three of these teams, you can just fill the team up with Trunks cards, and this Great Saiyaman 3 is going to be working very effectively. When he first released, I was a little bit skeptical about him lowering his defense by 30%, but I've found that that doesn't actually hurt him that bad in most of the situations you're going to use him in, right? So he does end up being very, very good. I do like that Great Saiyaman 3 card a lot. Now, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, they are both, like, monsters. Like, they are huge, gigantic buffs to the Super Saiyan 3 team, which, quite honestly, I feel like has become one of the weaker category teams. Like, I for sure. Like, I would say, if we're really going to get a Heroes Dokkan Fest in the future, I think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta are two of the more important ones we could get, because that Super Saiyan 3 category team definitely needs the buff, and then, like, another unit for Fusion and Potara would be certainly good. But, yeah, by the way, that's one of the big things about this news, that all the hero units are coming for sure. It's confirmed. So, excuse me, I think Heroes Dokkan Fest are going to follow soon. Who knows? Maybe even for the 300 million download festival, we could get our first Heroes Dokkan Fest. I mean, we never know. But the fact that these are coming to global now does tell me we're going to start seeing some really fun stuff coming soon. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks is a ridiculous defensive unit. This defense by 9 turns just leads to his defense being absolutely ridiculous. He dominates the Legendary Goku event. He dominates in Super Battle Road as well. I was able to no-item the Hybrid Saiyan Super Battle Road, I believe, with Super Saiyan 3 Trunks really as my anchor before even LR Gohan and Goten came out on GP. So this guy is ridiculously powerful. And then Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, I mean, because his passive works like this, where it multiplies into itself, and then he stacks attack for 9 turns, which is a huge amount of time. Super Saiyan 3 Gohan is able to get up to ridiculously high levels of power. I'll probably I never got around to doing it, but I'll probably drop a video in a few days here. This Super Saiyan 3 Gohan and LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, probably one of the best rotations in the game. Super Saiyan 3 Gohan shares many links. Super Saiyan, experienced fighters, over in a flash, shattering the limit, limit-breaking form with LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so they are very, very good together. I mean, this Gohan gives LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku 5 ki, which is so important towards him getting his 18 ki super attack. So Gohan is a very important unit. And then we also have Darkness Toa featured. Now, Darkness Toa is another really good unit. She does heal, but even more so, what's interesting about her is she's a very good support type unit. For time travelers and revived warriors, especially, she's going to be very, very strong. Maybe not Siblings Bond so much, because, like, let's look at Siblings Bond. It's almost all hero cards, right? Like, yeah, the LR androids, just some of the fodder level androids are in here. And then, like, Deborah. Yeah, maybe when we get a real Deborah card. But right now, you know, you're definitely not going to run her on the Siblings Bond team. But Revived Warriors and Time Travelers, you're definitely going to have a lot of villains on there, so she can assist quite a bit. So those are all of the featured units, right? I mean, and then you look at the unfeatured units. By the way, there are no other SSRs on this banner. It's only Dragon Ball Heroes cards. Black Mask Saiyan and Dark Mask King, they're okay. I mean, they're nothing special. They're just okay units. This Demigra, yeah, I probably would say he's only okay now as well. He does give 3 ki to extreme class allies, but he doesn't have defense, which hurts him. Mira, I found hits like a feather, but he does greatly stack his defense, which can be helpful. Supreme Opai of Time is a fantastic support type unit. for several big-time categories, right? We're talking things like Realm of Gods and Patara, and then also on Time Travelers. So she's very good. Like she gives ki, attack, and defense. She seals. Definitely a very, very helpful and useful unit for sure. There's 2 Zeno Super Saiyan 3s. I like Goku a lot better because of that guard ability. Vegeta does hit harder, though. Buu Babidi. Now, I wish Buu Babidi was a little bit better, but if we look at him, he's amazing on paper, but there is one thing about him. There is a slight change they could have made that would have made him great. So he gives all allies 40% defense when HP is 81% or above. Then once it goes below, he gives all allies 3 ki and 40% attack. If he just gave 3 ki at the start of the turn, he would be so much better, because he would be great for these Majin Buu styled teams and centric teams. Like, think of like Kid Buu units who don't have ki links. This would be a really great partner for Kid Buu if he gave ki all the time, especially on that Artificial Life Form team and Transformation Boost team. So I've actually found myself not using him as much as I initially thought I would, but high chance of stunning is always helpful, right? Let's see what else we got here. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, again, he's aged a little bit. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks and Gohan definitely a lot better than him. A lot better, because Gotenks only gets attack on his passive, whereas, you know, Gohan and Trunks, they get huge amounts of attack and defense. Baby Janemba is super, super good now. I believe he actually was on my no-item extreme class Super Battle Road run, right? Even though he didn't really do much, because Baby just completely carried it the whole time. But, you know, he recovers health, he has a decent attack and defensive buff, and he has a 50% chance to evade enemy attacks. So he's a nice little kind of, I don't want to call him a filler option, but he's a nice utility unit, right? Able to do a number of different things for the Artificial Life Form and Transformation Boost team. By the way, I recorded a video earlier on one of the new EZA units on JP, and, like, I just had the comment that the Artificial Life Form team is, like, low-key kind of becoming one of my favorite teams. Like, they're just getting constant buffs, like, every single update. Like, a lot of interesting units are coming out on there. You know, you got so many different EZA units now. Metal Cooler, the Android 13, Cell, Kid Buu. Like, this category, it low-key is pretty good. And then Baby giving 4 ki to it as well. This LR Cell, I like the Artificial Life Form team a lot. Between the Dragon Ball Heroes updates as well as some of these EZAs, again, it's been very, very good. And then the last unit to talk about is Super Paikuhan. Now, he's maybe the most underwhelming unit of all of them, I guess. It's like, because his only category, I mean, he finally has one, is the rival category now. Dokkan Fest Piccolo's category, but still, it's just, that's it. Like, that's the only place you can use him. And, like, you know, if you're global, who knows when Dokkan Fest Piccolo could come out. I mean, he's probably not that far away, in all honesty. I do think Dokkan Fest Piccolo is going to drop in 2019. I mean, barring a global first Dokkan Fest exclusive, which is definitely not out of the realm of the possibility. I probably would say the next Dokkan Fest for global, I guess, is going to be the 300 million download celebration, right? And then after that is probably Super Saiyan Goku. Then I imagine it would go into Trunks and Zamasu, and then Piccolo will probably come after that. So Piccolo, I guess, could potentially come in December, but, like, Super Paikuhan's not going to be that great until then. This guy is certainly really good on the super class stage of Super Battle Road. I actually have a video ready to go for him I've had for quite a while that I'll put up soon, but with his additional attacks that he can get and greatly lowering attack, then, you know, combine them with, like, Android 17 or something like that. And, like, enemies on Super Battle Road will be hitting like a feather once you lower their attack by that, like, super high of an amount. But, I don't know, Super Paikuhan's not really going to be that great. So that covers it. Again, we're not completely sure that this is what the banner is going to exactly be. It would be very weird to me for them to release it with these rates, and, like, these are the first time all these units are showing up on global. So it could be a free-for-all. Like, maybe every unit will have the same pull rate as each other. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 2 banners. I doubt it, but it is possible. They might release this banner with all of the units on it just like this, and then they might release, like, a secondary Dragon Ball Heroes banner. Actually, here, I'll just bring it up real quick. They could potentially release the last Dragon Ball Heroes banner we got before, which came in November. New Dragon Ball Heroes units always release in November, by the way. So I do fully expect a Dokkan Fest exclusive Dragon Ball Heroes unit in November. I don't know what it'll be, but I really expect one, because that's always the anniversary of Dragon Ball Heroes is in November. So November is going to be crazy in JP when this banner that, you know, will drop. Now, it's going to be right around, yeah, here it is. So, this potentially, like, Global could drop maybe, oh, I already, I closed it out, but Global could drop the new one with Silas and them on it, and they could also drop this. That would definitely be a little bit more of a fair way to do it, right? Especially because, like, yeah, these are featured units on the other one, now they're unfeatured. You know, this could be a decent way to do it, and especially because, like, these 4, they're not the greatest. Like, I think Baby Janemba of the 4 is the best, but, like, you know, the main hitters that you want, you know, these 3 are featured on the other one. Then, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Zeno Goku is featured on this one. So, you know, let me know what you guys would like to see. Hard to tell exactly what it's going to be. Also, this just happened. I went over this on the JP update. This recently changed on the JP side of things. It looks like Global did this little change a little bit early. I don't think that the actual update that JP got when this happened also dropped. But, you know, this is a nice little early change that Global's getting. So, there we go, guys. All the Dragon Ball Heroes units are coming on the 13th. So, looks like they're going to be dropping, you know, basically on the night of the 12th right here. So, they are coming on Monday night. Let me know what you guys think. I do think this is best case scenario news for Global. Again, Dragon Ball Heroes Dokkan Fest are probably coming now, and that is super, super hype. So, thanks, guys, for watching. Congrats, Global players, and I'll catch you guys next time.